You ever have one of those Sundays where the shop is calling your name, but your back is telling you to stay glued to the recliner? I spent 3 hours yesterday trying to manhandle a cast iron table saw, top onto its base alone. And let's just say my vertebrae are currently debating a union strike.
Tiger, we've talked about this. Gravity is not a suggestion, it's a law, and you aren't 25 anymore. Please tell me you at least used a floor jack?
I used hope and a very loud grunt, Alex. It worked, but I've got the grace of a newborn giraffe this morning. Anyway, if you're nursing a sore back or just your third cup of coffee, welcome to the TigerDen Daily. We're sifting through the noise to find the signal for your shop, your career, and your side hustle.
And hopefully finding you a chiropractor. But first, let's talk about the retail therapy version of pain management. I saw you circling the tool flyers this morning like a hawk over a field mouse. What's the damage?
Man, the timing is dangerous. June just dumped a ton of new releases on us, and July's picking up the baton. Acme Tools is doing that thing again. If you grab certain DeWalt kits, they're just tossing in a free 20 OV or flex volt battery or tool. It's like the universe is saying, yes, Tiger, you do need another impact driver to lose under a pile of scrap wood.
Wait, how many impact drivers do you actually own? Be honest.
4. But one has a funny smell, and the other is currently acting as a very expensive paperweight in the paint locker.
4 drivers aside. Pro Tool Reviews put out their 2026 guides. They're leaning hard into dust collection. Is that just marketing fluff, or are we actually seeing a difference?
No, it's the real deal this time. We're finally moving past the era of just slap a mesh bag on it and hope for the best. These new cordless units are pulling air like a jet engine. I remember back in the day, after a few hours of sanding, I'd come out of the shop looking like a powdered donut. My lungs probably have a 1/4 inch of white oak veneers in them. Seeing 18 different tools redefining what clean shop looks like, that's not just tech, that's years added to your life.
Speaking of longevity, let's shift gears to the trades. We keep hearing about the 40,000 job openings in HVAC, but ACHR News is pointing at a different gap. It's not just the techs, it's the people teaching them.
This one hits home. You can have all the shiny new apprentices in the world, but if there's nobody to show them how a manifold gauge really breathes, you're just handing kids a wrench and a prayer. We've got a massive bottleneck of instructors. If you've been turning a wrench for 20 years and your knees are screaming no more crawl spaces, this is your exit ramp.
You think most guys or women in the field actually want to teach? Or is it a those who can do type of skepticism?
It's more about the handoff, Alex. There's a specific kind of pride in seeing a green kid suddenly get how a heat pump works. Plus, speaking of who's doing the work, the 2026 Top Women in HVAC nominations are live.
I love that. The industry is changing, but it's still such a male-dominated space. Bringing some visibility to the women who are out there crushing it, literally and figuratively, is how we fix the labor shortage. So if you're listening and you know a woman who's the undisputed MVP of her mechanical team, go get her nominated.
Exactly. The trade isn't a locker room, it's a craft. It doesn't care who holds the torch as long as the brazing is clean.
Okay, let's talk money. Our maker moguls, the Etsy crowd, are looking at the north. E-Rank just dropped the Canada keywords, and it's getting very specific.
Oh, the Canadians have excellent taste. They're hunting for what I call cottagecore on steroids. High-end, sustainable, personalized gifts. If you're shipping across the border, you can't just throw a wooden box in your tags and expect a bite. They want minimalist maple textures and reclaimed cabin decor.
I noticed you updated your own shop photos recently. You went from taken in a dark garage to lifestyle magazine. Was that for the Canadian market?
Listen, I learned the hard way that a blurry photo of a bowl on a greasy workbench doesn't scream premium craftsmanship. It screams, I'm selling this to buy more sandpaper. If you want those Canadian dollars, your photos need to feel like a crisp morning in Ontario. Clean, high contrast, and showing the grain. I spent all Tuesday messing with bounce boards and white sheets.
And did you actually sell anything or just make a mess with the linens?
I sold 3 walnut charcuterie boards to a lady in Vancouver, thank you very much. The trick was the international shipping tag. You've got to bake that cost into your margin formula, or you're basically paying the customer to take your work. Don't be a hero, check your shipping weights.
Before we wrap, I want to talk about Shop Envy. I saw that behind-the-scenes tour of modern layouts. Every time I see a perfectly organized garage, I look at my own and feel like I'm failing at adulting.
Don't let Instagram fool you, Alex. A clean shop is usually just a shop where the owner spent 4 hours moving the mess behind the camera. But there are some real gems in those modern layouts. It's all about the work triangle. getting your assembly table, your table saw, and your scrap bin in a flow where you aren't walking 5 miles a day just to find a tape measure.
And the masonry stuff? I saw Liberty Mason work was trending. Are we all becoming stonemasons now?
It's the curb appeal itch. Everyone's looking at their patios and realizing concrete slabs are kind of depressing. I've been eyeing some deep earth-toned granite for a project. Matte finishes are really taking over from that 90s high-gloss shine. It looks more like it came out of a mountain and less like it came out of a suburban showroom.
Just please, for the love of everything, don't try to move a granite slab by yourself. I don't want to have to host this show solo while you're in a full body cast.
Deal. No solo granite lifting. My hope in a grunt method is officially retired for the week.
Good. So, what's the one thing people should take into the shop tomorrow?
Uh, you know, Looking at all these tool deals and career shifts, I think it's easy to get caught up in the buying and the planning. But here's the cold truth. The best tool you own is the one you actually understand. Whether it's a free DeWalt battery or a new way to teach an apprentice, value comes from the application, not the acquisition. Go build something that's actually going to last longer than the box it came in.
That's a solid Sunday thought. If you want to dive deeper into those Etsy keywords or see the workshop layout diagrams, head over to the blog. We've got the full breakdown waiting for you.
Catch you all in the shop. Keep your fingers clear of the blade and your coffee away from the sawdust.